stamp on the brakes?
You literally just hit the. I mean, if you have a. Yeah, I mean, you'll hear brake pressures of up north of 80 bar and just ridiculous amounts of brake pressure, and you would just always think that it would lock up straight away. You literally can stamp on the brakes, literally can, and if you're at high speed, you can literally stamp on the brakes. If you're at lower speed, the car can't put enough weight over the front axle to push the tyres into the floor, so that's when you start locking up in the later phase of the brake zone. That's why you have to bleed off the brakes as a driver as you're turning into the corners, because it'll just lock the fronts up otherwise. So it's a technique, and even with ABS, it's a technique. David Addison is looking so confused because he's thinking, why is Paul O'Neill telling us how to drive a car? That's because around the estates where I live, mate.
Yeah, exactly. In your GTE.
yeah, exactly. Talking of GT cars.
Oh, it's just, I mean, I was saying it just before you rejoined me on the comms, is that what's nicer than the Ford GT, but throw a Golf livery on it. Just works, doesn't it?
Just stunning, isn't it? I thought you had the boot open for a minute.
Yeah.
We had DRS. Yeah, a lot of road cars now adopting that kind of format. I know the McLaren Senna has a system when you come out of the throttle at a certain speed, the rear wing goes up and helps the downforce to stabilise the rear. Crazy.
And the bad thing on the road is that gets everybody watching that instead of their own journey.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, though, it makes a massive difference in the cars I've driven.
Really?
Say like at Stowe Corner, or maybe if you had it here, just as you start to brake or lift out the throttle for the old hairpin where we've seen the Carrera GT off, high-speed approaches to high-speed corners, the stability it does to the rear, as all the pitch goes on the front axle, the rear just gets pushed down a little bit and stops it dancing around on entry. It's amazing.
I can't for the life of me remember which car it was. I should know, but there was one, I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago when I was here,